here so that I can see you and you can see me. So don't go nowhere. Just bear with a girl. Bear with a girl. Here we go. What's happening? This is your hostess with the mostest, Donna Smith, aka Lady D, with some car chronicles for you on a Monday. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? I just wanted to chat for a minute. I don't want to take up all your time, but I wanted to talk about the qualities that is important to you, not the globe of what other people think and what they want and how they want it. You, what qualities do you look for when you're trying to snag upon that that one, that partner, that life mate, that chosen one, whatever the words is you have? Um, some get so preoccupied with the fact that it's all about the looks, it's all about the money, it's all about the status and this and that. And you have others who focus on the quality of the person, the morals, the heartfelt condition regarding that person. Do they empathize? Are they sympathizing with certain things when it comes? Are they considering your feelings when it comes to certain things? Are they good communicators? Along with looking pretty, not so hard on the eyes. I know physical is important somewhat, but it's not the whole a la mode, right? So, what qualities do you look for? Because I've had some that have brought their little stories to me saying, I got this new person in my life and they're my everything, but there's just one or two things that's not cool. They're not easy on the eyes. Excuse me, they're not easy on the eyes. And, you know, they say they get a lot of flack from people wanting to know, what are you doing with him? What are you doing with her? And I'm going to tell you guys, it's not about trying to appease another regarding your choices, right? Some people get caught up with wanting to um, have everyone be complimentary of who they've chosen. Oh, he's so fine. Oh, he's so fine. Oh, she look good. Look at her body banging. Her hair is cool. Man, you got a good one. They thrive on that. And it makes them feel good. Now, some, I will say, it does matter when you are serious about someone and you decide to bring them around family, close friends, and particularly mom or dad or mom and dad, okay? Um, it does make it better. It puts the icing on the cake when mom, dad, or both is, given their okay with that person. They say positive things. They like what they see. They like the way they can perceive them and their feelings for you, and it kind of stamps things for you. At the same time, some still end up doing what they want because mom or dad or both don't like who they with or who they chose, and they got something negative to say, and they'd be like, well, it's my life. I like them. So, boom, boom, boom. And then, not always, but sometimes, some years later, you end up saying, Mama was right. Daddy was right. I should have listened. You know what I'm saying? But you choose and you make the choice yourself, and it's up to you, no one else. But what are the qualities at this point in your life? I'd like to hear from you guys. What do you actually um hi TFML, how are you? Thank you for chiming in. um you say go Gower Smith, you say no. No, what? Answer, elaborate on that. What do you mean no? Um, so what are the qualities that you actually look for? What are you looking for in a potential partnership with someone in one way or another? Whether it's a relationship, um, a good friendship, because trust me, even friendships, we look for something that's going to be solid in claiming that a person is your friend. And Some end up being your friend for life based on your decisions. Some end up being your friend for a season and a reason. And then, girl, bye, boy, bye. It's like, what happened to such such? You don't even know what happened. They just poof, be gone, right? Been there, done that one. But it's a heartfelt hurt with that. So, anyway, back to the message. Today is your birthday. Can you sing it, please, 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 Tony? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Tony. Happy birthday to you. Thank you for being a part of what I do. Okay, happy birthday, Tony. Um, so anyway, you know, you end up back to the question. We end up wanting to pick and choose someone that is best for us. But what do you look for? What do you personally look for? Does it matter to you how they dress? What they look like? Are you all about the physical? Because some people are just looking for trophy wives or trophy husbands and somebody they can have on their arm that looks good, that compliments them because they look good, they swag is good, and they want somebody that who and ain't nothing else good at all about the situation, right? But that's a personal thing that they look for and that they're into. But when we get more mature, as I call it, grown folks, we get more mature in our choices and in our direction of what we need and how we want it and how we need it, want it. We are more selective. It's not always about the physical, which I was told by somebody I did in another video. I was told by a young man that men are always about the physical. Men are always about the physical. They say women don't always trip on physical as much, but men are. Hmm. Well, you're welcome, Tony. I hope you have a great one. Birthdays are so special. I want to say shout out to anybody whose birthday it is today, um, or in the season future or yesterday or whatever. Happy birthday. And we have to remember, this is off topic for a minute, but I'm just going to chime in with this. We have to remember that the blessings behind just being able to reach another birthday. I lost a dear friend that passed right after their birthday. I've lost a dear friend who passed on my birthday, Um, but we have to uh, look at the fact that it's a blessing. You are going to celebrate. Yes, you celebrate. Some of y'all party, turn up, do whatever, travel, whatever you do. But the first thing you need to do is drop to your knees and thank the Lord that you made it yet another year. Because when we really pay attention to it, there's some who don't even make it to where we are, or that's around the age or season that we are, that just you just lost. And whatever, there is no age, rhyme or reason. We all got our day. And just be thankful and celebrate that thankfulness. So back to what I was saying regarding what is it, and Tony, you can let me know, it's your birthday and I don't know how old you are. I ain't gonna try to shout you out like that, but what qualities do you look for? What are you looking for in a mate? What's important to you? And nobody's being judged by bringing this full forth to the table. We grown. If it's all about they gotta look good to you, then say that. If it's all about they gotta be able to do the good, clap clap to you, then say that. Okay. If it's all about qualities as far as morals, them doing right by people, doing right by you, being able to trust them, their faith, having faith in a higher power, and things of that nature. Do you want someone who has the same faith as you? Because I've heard stories of, being unequally yoked where, not to be dissing any religion. I'm not trying to go there with that, but you may have a Christian and then you may have a witness. And, some say that's not being equally yoked, things of that nature. So, is that important to you at this point in your life? I know when we were younger, um, it was all about just having fun, having somebody you can vibe with, kick it with, do things with, especially the physical. The physical was the thing to do, okay? It didn't matter. A lot of times, if they looked like a pit bull, if they could do the things that really floated your boat, mm, you'll see a lot of them mixed match type of relationship be like, she fine as I don't know what. What's she doing with him? He fine as heck. He with her. But look, they got their story to tell of why they together, right? The shoe fits. If the shoe fits, wear it. That's what I say. So, being mature. What is it? What is it? I know with me, I'll just share. It's about it's about quality, not quantity. Number one. It's not about how many you can reel in or have on your call list or in your chat box, or we all admire compliments and things of that nature, but when it comes to looking for a relationship or even a life partner moving forward, it's quality. um it's morals. It's how good you feel in the presence of that person. Are they positive? Are they a negative, draining spirit about them? Are they dissing you when it comes to communication? That's very important. um, are they spontaneous to the point where you both work together in trying to plan to do things to make one another happy? Are they materialistic? Are they into this selfish stuff themselves and dissing you? And you can't even sit down and talk about your day without them saying, I don't want to hear that right now. I'll talk to you later. Um, so there's much more bigger things at this point in my life that I look for before the physical. Now, you do want something that's light on the eyes, not heavy. You do want that where you got some kind of physical connection with them too, but that's not my number one stand all. They could be just an average looking John. Average looking. You ain't got to be fine as wine. Because sometimes the fine as wine ones, even women or men, can be your biggest headache. And it just depends, if they got insecurities, but they fine as wine, they need attention, they got people in their face all the time, people gonna be in their face all the time. They are just totally consumed into themselves, the way they look, the way they dress, and they ain't got room for nobody else. And what your needs, wants, desires, is all about them. So that's a kind of like a selfish thing, but that's just where I'm at. So miss me with Mr. Fine Fine. I mean, it's a plus if you look good, baby. It's a plus, but that ain't gonna get it. That ain't gonna win this, okay? So that's just me, and I'm not speaking for everybody else. I'm just speaking for my own personal, you know. First and utmost, they have to be a believer. They have to believe in God. They gotta love Jesus, God. They gotta look. They gotta have that. They gotta have it. They gotta have it. Okay. Um. So, you know, we all have our different wants, needs, and desires. What's yours? What's yours? What's important? What are the ones that you feel would make a woman more attractive to you, men? And I'm not talking about faking it. I'm not talking about, because the worst thing you want to do is sit up and fake a quality about yourself um, to appease the next person, because you know that's what they like and they want. Okay? And sometimes you can't be telling them all about what you like and you want. You got to let them work and find out that too. You can give them a little bit, And they may see the way you kind of carry yourself, you keep your nails done, your toes done. They see certain things. But you ain't got to give it all, because then they going to do exactly what you're giving them to do until they get you, and then they gonna stop doing it because that wasn't truly their whole get up and hoo-ha anyway. That wasn't part of their character. They just did that to get you, a lot of times, to get you in that right here. Okay. And then once all that's there and they wasn't really trying to do nothing else, that's it. That's it. So it's important that we think of these things. It's important that we pay attention to what it is about us that we are truly, truly looking for in obtaining that connection and closeness with someone that could be lasting. When you become of a mature age, you don't want to just keep going from one bus stop to the other, to another, to another, and ain't even reaching your destination. Okay? It's crazy. I remember one person told me they was envious of this woman who had been married 7 times, and they hadn't been married at all. And they were like, man, you keep getting husbands. What is it? What is? So the woman says, it's one thing to, yes, be proposed to, accept it, and get married. But the true prize is being able to marry that person that's going to be in your life for a lifetime. So she said she would have rather married one time for the long haul than the 6 times that she married. The other lady was like, I would have liked to be an act 6 times at least. I would have been able to choose if I wanted to do it, and I would have, but I ain't even. So everybody got their story. But I can relate and hear what the woman means when she says, I would have rather married one time to somebody that was going to be my lifetime mate than to have had 6 failed marriages. Regardless of why they failed, it takes two to be in it. Sometimes it's a major thing that one does, and then the other does things, and you both become involved with doing what's not right. Or sometimes one person does a major thing. Say, like, if somebody does something to break the law, they end up in jail. Well, they in jail for something they did, and they didn't have to do that, but they did. They wasn't trying to save their life. They wasn't trying to save your life. They wasn't trying to do none of that. They just got caught up in some stuff they wasn't supposed to. They in jail for 30 years, and now you got to divorce them. Because you ain't about to wait 30 years for nobody to get up out of the pen, right? So that ain't had nothing to do with you. They just made a very immature choice, bad choice about life and the path that they went down. So these are something you guys can think about. Please like, share, and subscribe. Um, we talk about grown folk topics on a regular basis. This is what I do, relationships and more. Life is something else. It's a full challenge. It's a wonderful thing. It's a beautiful thing. And when you connect with grown folks the way I try to do, and we can come together and we could share how we feel about certain topics without being judged, without anyone trying to point the finger at, ooh, what's wrong with you, why she talking about, why he say, look, let people do what they do. Long as we're not being disrespectful to one another, your opinion matters. And I want to say again, for Tony, happy birthday, darling. And you have a wonderful, wonderful birthday, and I wish you many, many more. And thanks for coming in, stopping by my channel on your birthday. I am honored, and I thank you for that. You have a wonderful day. I'll be back at y'all. Probably see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye.